The Grand Sorcerer Alistair boasted that his sanctum's door was impenetrable, a masterpiece of arcane engineering. He'd call it the Aegis door, woven with enchantments so complex even the gods would hesitate to knock. He'd stand before it, puffing out his chest, telling anyone who would listen, "This door is breach-proof. No force in this realm or any other can pass through without my express permission." He loved the gasps from the young acolytes, the impressed nods from the elder mages. For a century, his words held true. Armies had tried and failed. Rival sorcerers had exhausted their mana, only to stumble away in defeat. The Aegis door became a legend, a symbol of Alistair's unmatched power. One quiet afternoon, as Alistair was lecturing a group of apprentices on the very principles of impenetrable wards, a young woman appeared in the doorway. She hadn't knocked, there was no flash of light, no shattering of magical barriers. She simply walked through it. She was unassuming, dressed in simple traveler's clothes, with eyes the color of a twilight sky. The apprentices stared, mouths agape. Alistair froze mid-sentence, his pointer finger still aimed at the door she now stood in. The Aegis door, his life's greatest work, was behind her, shimmering and completely unharmed. It was as if she had treated it like a mere curtain of mist. "How?" Alistair stammered, his voice a dry whisper. The confidence he wore like a robe was suddenly tattered. The woman offered a small, serene smile. "Some doors," she said, her voice soft but clear, "are not meant to keep people out. They are meant to see who has the right to walk in." She took another step into the sanctum, and Alistair noticed something extraordinary. The very air around her seemed to bend, the light seemed to greet her like an old friend. The complex runes on the doorframe pulsed with a gentle, welcoming glow instead of their usual fierce, defensive light. It wasn't that she had broken his enchantments. It was that the enchantments had never considered her a threat to begin with. The woman introduced herself as Elara. She wasn't a sorceress, a warrior, or a queen. She was a dreamwalker, a being who could navigate the unseen pathways of the world, the threads of intention and possibility that hold reality together. To her, a physical door, no matter how magically fortified, was just a suggestion. She didn't see locks or barriers. She saw the story of the space, the purpose it held. Alistair's door was designed to repel force, to block hostile intent, but Elara had no intent to harm. She simply wished to be on the other side, and the universe, in its own mysterious way, agreed. Her presence wasn't a breach, it was an invitation. Alistair, the Grand Sorcerer, the Master of Wards, felt like a first-year apprentice all over again. He had spent his life building walls, mastering the art of no Elara with her quiet confidence, showed him the power of welcome. He learned that true strength wasn't just about keeping things out, but about understanding what belongs inside. His greatest creation hadn't failed. It had just met someone who spoke a language of magic far older and more profound than his own, the language of purpose. From that day on, the legend of the Aegis door changed. It was no longer the door that no one could breach, but the door that waited for the one who didn't need to. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. We'll see you in the next one.